Right, so the moment probably none of you have been waiting for, however I'm going to share it with you anyway. So I put a video out last week about getting rid of my Harley, the reasons I was getting rid of it. Obviously I'm not happy about it because I do genuinely love that bike, but I've just gone and picked something up. Let's just cut to it. I'll show you what I've got. This is what I've gone for. Let's talk. So basically my main priority was comfort, and this bike is arguably one of the most comfortable bikes I've ever ridden. I think excluding the Goldwing, which is £20,000, this for me is the next best thing to it. And for a long journey, which is what I want to use it for, yeah, it's within my budget, which the Goldwing was not. Now another bonus of this bike, I know a lot of people have mentioned cruise control. This bike's got cruise control, and I'm expecting to be munching a lot of miles, so it's just a nice little extra. Also another reason, I suppose, for getting rid of the Harley, we've got a fuel gauge. Fuel gauge is essential, especially if you go into a country where you don't know how regular the fuel stops are going to be, and it just saves a lot of anxiety. You know exactly where you're up to with the fuel, and you know when you do some Harley Davidson, you need to sort yourself out. It can't be that hard to throw a fuel gauge on. It's just crazy that bikes today don't have fuel gauges. I know people are going to call the looks of it, it's different. I don't think it's ugly, I just think it's different, and that's what I want for my channel as well. You know, I want to have something that's a bit different. I wanted a bike that's just going to be easy to do loads and loads of miles on, that's not going to give me a sore arse, that is fast enough to do some proper motorway cruising. And it's just a really good choice for me, this bike. And I know other people will have their ideas of what their perfect bike is, and by all means, I'm not saying this is the perfect bike. I just think it suits what I need a bike for now, and that's why I've gone for this bike. I do miss the Harley sound though. Oh, you really don't notice that you've got those two wheels at the front when you're riding. You just feel like you're riding any other bike. It feels exactly the same. The only thing for me is it feels massive because it's just got loads of furring, and obviously because of the two wheels it makes it that little bit wider at the front. But I think that just helps with the wind protection more than anything else. You just seem to glide through it. So I am looking forward to getting it out on the motorway. I've got to get some miles in before my tour. I've got a couple of weeks to get 600 miles on this bike or thereabouts, so I can get it to its first service, which I want to get done because I know my tour is going to be a couple of thousand miles, and because of that I want to make sure everything is bedded in properly. I want to make sure that everything has been checked over and new oil and everything's put in there. So I've got to just really get the miles down, so I may well do a couple of little rides out between, in fact I will be doing a couple of rides out between now and the next 2 weeks, because it needs to be done, because it's tour time and my service is already booked in. And currently this bike, when I picked it up, it had 1 mile on the clock, so I've got another 599 miles to go to get it to its service. The only thing I need to get my head round is, as soon as you pass anybody on this bike, everybody wants to have a second glance. I think they just look at it, and because they're still not particularly popular, these bikes, a lot of people haven't seen them on the road, and that is strange to me because these bikes are about 5 years old now, and in those 5 years I still don't recall ever seeing another on the road. And I'll probably see loads now I've bought one. Tell me what you think about it. I'll show you around. I've done a review on one of these before, but I'll show you around this one because this one is mine. This is the bike I'm going to be doing my big tour on. Look at the front end. That's where opinions usually come in because it's a bit different. Already got the sat nav fitted. We've got cruise control. So yeah, this is the bike that I'm going to be taking across Europe. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think I've explained myself as to why I've gone with this option, but I know it's not going to be to everyone's taste, but I don't think any bike is to everyone's taste. Everyone has got their own view on what's good and what's not, but this just suits me for the reasons I've given. I'm going for a play on it right now. So you guys out there, ride safe, and I'll catch you on the next one.